welcome. My name is Tova, and I'm here to share with you all about Soulful Entrepreneurship. And thank you, Michelle, for having me here and to share with all of you amazing people who are part of the Dynamic Businesswoman Network. So today I'm talking about Soulful Entrepreneurship, which I consider to be the wave of the future, because business only with strategy doesn't work anymore. For a business to be fulfilling, it needs to come with heart, and you need to be taking care of yourself in order to take care of your business. So today what we're going to cover is, what is soulful entrepreneurship? So basically, soulful entrepreneurship is recognizing that taking care of yourself and taking time to integrate mindfulness into your business will help you be more focused, and it'll help you create better, clearer decisions. And we're going to talk about some of the key strategies of integrating soulful practices to really help move your business forward. So this presentation is for holistic, heart-centered entrepreneurs. Basically, life coaches, holistic nutritionists, holistic practitioners, yoga teachers, or really anyone that is doing business from that place of heart. So you could be a digital strategist, but if you recognize that business is one of the greatest self-development journeys that you can ever be on, then today's presentation is for you. So what we're going to learn is how to integrate mindfulness into your business, and just recognizing how integrating mindfulness in your business is really a key to setting yourself up for success. The keys that we're going to cover is how to develop focus in your business. When you develop focus in your business, this will increase productivity. So we're going to cover some productivity tips. Second, we're going to go through the number one rule in your business that's often neglected, and it's crucial for success. And then finally, we'll talk about how awakening awareness to your business habits, it's going to change the game of how you do business, and it's also going to increase your happiness and decrease stress. So that's a big one. I'm really excited for that. All right, number one is focus, the power of focus in your business. Why it's important. So focus is important because without focus, you're going to be scattered and you're going to be all over the place. So it's really important that when you wake up every day, you know what you're working on, and that you harness the ability to work on that thing from start to finish. We're going to talk about how to set the stage of focus for your day. We're going to talk about how to practice it throughout the day, and how to set yourself up for focus. So number one is, every morning when you wake up, how you start the day really sets the stage of focus. Now let's look at focus as if it was a muscle. It is a muscle, and you can train your focus. You know, a lot of people will say, well, I'm not a focused person, or I'm a scatterbrain, or I'm a creative, or, you know, my mind works better doing 10 things at a time. But you need to ask yourself, is it working for you? I mean, if you're super productive and you're exactly where you want to be and you're making all the money you want to make, then you know what I'm about to say probably doesn't apply to you. But if you're struggling in any way, if you're not finishing the work that you want to finish, if you haven't written that book that you want to write, if you haven't created the website you want to create, if you haven't created the programs you want to create, then it means that your focus can use a little training. And that's what focus is. It is a muscle to be trained. Simply acknowledging this is like the first step. So how do you build the muscle? You build the muscle of focus on a daily basis. So number one is how you start your day is what will set the stage for the focus of your day. and that's as simple as meditation. So if every morning you are practicing focus through the gateway of meditation, that alone is going to prime your mind to be focused. So what is meditation? Okay, it's basically you're practicing focus. You're practicing on, for example, one meditation is that you would focus your attention on your breath. And you focus your attention on your breath as a way to quiet down your mind, because mindfulness and meditation is actually about quieting the chatter in your mind. And when you quiet the chatter in your mind, it invites a new perspective, new clarity to avail itself. But the first stage, before you get to that quiet space, before the clarity has a chance to even come in, to flow in, is to create the focus. And you create the focus by consciously deciding, I am going to focus on my breath. The breath acts as an anchor. It's something in the present moment where you focus your attention. So if you focus on your breath for about 5 minutes, right, what happens? Most of us, we start to drift. We start to think. We start to lose our focus. And this right here is part of training the muscle of focus. You see, there's nothing wrong with drifting. There's nothing wrong with thinking. The truth is, that's part of the process of developing focus and of becoming a stronger meditator, right? It's through that consistent effort of practicing focus. That is how you strengthen your meditation muscles over time. Meditation muscles are like focus muscles, right? And through a daily morning practice, 5 minutes, that will set the stage of building that muscle of focus for your day. So I just want to be clear. You're focusing on your breath, okay? So you're practicing focus. And the reason you focus on the breath, in a way, it's kind of arbitrary. It's something that you're choosing that is in the present moment. And by being in the present moment, fully focused on what's actually happening, you shut down the noise of what happened yesterday, you shut down the noise of what's to come, and you're just practicing being fully in the moment. When you practice your in the moment muscles, which are your focus muscles, your present muscles, it helps you do better work. So meditation, sometimes I call it like a laboratory experiment. It's like you're in a confined situation, whether you're sitting on your bed or laying down on the ground or even sitting in a chair. It's like an experiment to harness and cultivate the quality of focus and the quality of presence and the quality of being in the moment. Okay, and this is super important because this is going to pour into the rest of your day. So throughout the day, you practice focus. So when let's say you decide to get to work, let's say you've got a presentation, like this presentation. So while I was doing the presentation, I was practicing focus. Sure, did I have a desire from time to time to check my phone or check the email or check the Facebook? Yes, it's a thought that drifts by, just like in meditation. And the moment I watch the thought, I bring my attention back to what's in front of me, which is creating the presentation. Let's say when I'm writing a book, it's not that I don't get thoughts to go, do other things. But what I do is I bring my attention back. Just like a meditation, I bring the focus back on what's right in front of me. So what's really helpful is to have a set amount of time. This will prime you for success. So if you say to yourself, I'm going to meditate every day, I'm going to meditate for hours every day, Well, you know what? You're setting yourself up for failure because it's kind of impossible, especially if you've never done it before. So that's why I truly recommend start with 5 minutes, maintain that, be consistent about it every single morning. All right. And then we take that quality of focus and you put it into your work. And same thing, if you say, I'm going to write for hours a day, I'm going to finish my book in a week or a month, you are basically setting yourself up for failure. You need to practice it like the way you'd go to the gym. You wouldn't go from couch potato to exercising 3 to 5 hours a day like the way top athletes do, right? You would start off at a pace that is manageable and that you can sustain over time. The same with your work. So I recommend that, let's say you set aside 1 hour where you're going to be fully focused. You close off the email, you close off Facebook and Twitter and any other social media that can get in the way. You turn your phone off. You do everything that you need to do to help set yourself up for success, to be fully focused on what's ahead. Now, is your mind going to have chatter? Absolutely. Just like in meditation, you're going to start thinking about, let's say, breakfast, or thinking about starting your day, or thinking about what happened yesterday. Those are thoughts. They will pass. Your job, notice, observe, and come back to the breath. Same thing in your work. You're working and you're thinking, I could be working on this project. Oh, I wonder if Sally wrote me back, etc. You let that go. Those thoughts will come in. While you're working, everything on the planet's going to try to disrupt you. Some people like Stephen Pressfield, I'm a huge fan of his, he talks about that as resistance, right? So whether you want to call it resistance or distractions, you're not alone. They happen to everybody. But what sets apart the people who get things done and the people who are just like a muddled mess and can't seem to get anything done is the power of focus. Making a decision in advance. You know what? For the next hour, I'm fully focused. I'm fully here. And even if my mind wanders, even if I have a desire to do something else, I am going to complete the hour. I'm going to commit and stay fully focused. So that is how you set yourself up for success, and to recognize that focus is a practice. So number 1, build your focus muscles by training yourself with a 5-minute meditation at the start of your day. You're starting to work those focus muscles. Then in your work, apply that same concept, that same degree of focus. Set aside an hour to work on something really specific, whether that is creating a pitch, a blog post, a new book you're working on, whatever it is. For that hour, you focus on that. And just like in meditation, you'll wander and want to do other things. You bring yourself back. You follow through on that hour. And an hour should be manageable and feasible. And definitely know yourself. If you know an hour is just not feasible, then do 30 minutes, right? But choose an amount of time, like at least 30 minutes you should be able to do, no matter how busy you are. Wake up a little earlier, whatever it takes. If you're serious about growing your business, you've got to dedicate the time and the focus. All right, next, we're going to move on to key role in your business. So this is the key role that so many people neglect, and it's actually the most important role in your business. But, let's back up a little bit, because first of all, if you're new in business, and I like to say specifically a service-based business, most of the time we are solo entrepreneurs, or you can call it solopreneur, and you're basically running the whole show. Most people, especially if you're operating out of cash flow, you're not about to hire a whole big team. And the truth is, it's probably not the best idea right out of the gate to go spend all this money when you don't even know what's going to work and what's not going to work. So when you're starting, it's really smart to start off you. But because you're starting off just you, it means that there are a lot of different roles in order to move your business forward. And it's super important to recognize this because a lot of people, when they start in business, sometimes they think their only role is like their main core passion. So let's say you're a yoga teacher and you want to, develop your own courses and programming. You might think, well, all I got to do is teach and be a better teacher. But really, there's all these other roles. There's all these business roles like marketing, social media, writing, administration, PR, getting press, etc. And so to recognize that, let's say you're a coach, you're not just a coach. You've got all these other job descriptions, which certainly maybe one day you'll be able to hire some assistants to help you out in those other roles. But at the start, to recognize that there are these separate roles that need to be played, and they are most often going to be played by you, right? And so simply to recognize that, you're already a step ahead. Because I'll tell you right now, when I started out, when my business was in a different form many years ago, I did not know that at all. I was never taught about all the different roles in business. So simply recognizing that there are many roles in business is really important. That alone will take you to huge success. Once you know that, it's like, okay, certainly apply the focus to all those different roles in your business, but there's one rule that I often see gets missed, and it's the number one rule, because you know what? When you start to see all these different roles in business, all these details, it's really easy to get lost in the details and to forget and even recognize the number one rule in your business, which is being the CEO of your business. Okay, so many people think that a CEO, like that's for big corporations or something, but no, CEO is important in every single business. Taking time to play that CEO role means that you're taking time to make important executive decisions about where you want your business to go. It means taking the time to think. And, I write about this and I talk about this a lot. Thinking is undervalued and yet it's super important. And I mean conscious thinking time. Often we'll feel that if we're not on social media and we're not actively doing things, that we're wasting our time or we're not being productive, when really taking the time out to consciously think and strategize about your business and to play that CEO time is the most important part of your business, because that's where you're looking ahead. That's where you take the time and see, all right, what's working in my business? What's not working? What can I do better? The same way a CEO, would go and take a look at every part of the business and decide, what's working in social media, what's not. Do we need to get rid of LinkedIn right now, or do we sort of need to put less time on Facebook and get into LinkedIn? Like, where do we need to place our resources, which right now that's your time, right? Same with, let's say you've got multiple projects on the go. A CEO will look at that and take some time and analyze, what, multiple projects is not working. Let's focus on one project, let's get it done, let's send it out, and then let's reassess. So taking that time to really think through every facet of your business, that is CEO time. It's even things like, what is the one thing that I can do today to move my business forward? That's what a CEO would do. A CEO would think, what does the company need to do today to move forward in profit, to move forward in creation? And the CEO would take some time to think about it, and he'd make his decision. She'd make her decision, right? So you've got to take that time as CEO of your business. Now, whether that's 15 minutes in the morning, or whether you take a whole day out of your week to like really strategize and think about what to do. It doesn't matter. You might decide to do both. I often will take, 15 minutes every day just to, think about how things are going, to think about what's my next best move. And then I'll often have what I call a spiritual business day, which is something I wrote about not too long ago. You can always go look for that article. But having a spiritual business day is basically having like a CEO day where you just give yourself time to think and meditate and just allow your intuition and your creativity to come up at full force and to recognize what is the most important thing to do to really elevate your business. So CEO time is super important. Like I said, it's time to assess every faculty of your business. It's time to recognize what's working and what's not. Take a look and see where is there room for growth, where do you need to pour your focus, and what's going to take you closest to your goal. So having the CEO conversation to truly look ahead and to see the bigger picture. What do you want to create? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be remembered for? What is your big mission? What is your greater vision? You may not have all the answers, and that is more than fine. That's part of the journey, and that's part of why business is like the biggest self-development journey that you can ever go on, because you're going to learn so much about you, so much about what you value, so much about how you interact with others. You'll even learn what you actually like and dislike, because many times we'll have ideas of what we think is going to work and what we think we're going to like in our business, and later we'll discover that that doesn't match. That's not aligned with who we are and our personality and what we want to create. And so taking the time to stand back and to truly look ahead, to see the bigger picture, to ask those questions, that is important, and that's your role as CEO. All right, time to move on to the last key, which is cultivating awareness of your habits. So awareness of your habits, first of all, you need to just be aware that as a business creator, we are bringing our habits with us, right? It's not like we leave who we are at the door. No, we're bringing ourselves with us. We bring ourselves with us everywhere we go. And some of these habits will help us, and some of them will hurt us. So by opening that window of awareness, simply recognizing like, oh, I've got habits. Just recognizing that alone will already change the game for you, okay? Because then you can choose which habits are actually supporting you and helping you run forward, and which habits need to be tamed, which habits are actually hurting you. So I just want to take a little bit of time with this just to open that awareness. What do I mean exactly? So habits, you can also call them patterns. So are you the kind of person who is always procrastinating? Are you the kind of person who's always starting projects and not finishing them? Are you the kind of person who takes a really long time to make decisions? Or are you the person who's always, making very quick decisions? So just become aware of how you are in your business, and then take that CEO time to decide which of these are working for you, when are they working for you, and when is it time to tame it? Because sometimes making a fast decision is like one of the most important skill sets in business. But other times, if that's your habit to always be super fast on things, if your business is not moving smoothly, if there are glitches, you might want to analyze that habit and say, you know what? I've been doing this. This is my habit. It's been this way for so long, and it's not really working. So how about I try the alternative? Experiment with that and see how that works. So you need to recognize the habit first. That way you can choose if you want to tame it or experiment with trying something else. Okay, and then finally, this all comes back to where we started, the power of focus and how meditation will change everything. Okay, meditation will help you with your focus. Meditation is crucial for your CEO time, and meditation will help you develop awareness of your habits. So this is meditation with purpose. It is meditation to cultivate awareness. It is meditation to help you see more clearly. It is meditation to strengthen your focus muscles. And I want you to know that it's impossible to meditate wrong. There is no right way. There is no magical way. You do not need to spend thousands of dollars or go on these, retreats to learn how to meditate. Meditation is natural. It is within you. Now, certainly, if you desire and want to go on some retreat for your own benefit, go for it. But don't think that you need to do that in order to meditate. It's impossible to meditate wrong. There's no special mantra you need to know. There's no special guru that you need to follow. There's nothing that you need to have outside of yourself to start meditating. It's impossible to meditate wrong. Please know that you will benefit merely from your effort. Your effort alone is going to build the muscle. Your 5 minutes every morning is going to strengthen the muscle of meditation, which is going to help you focus. It's going to help you see more clearly. It's going to help you make better decisions in your business. And it's also going to cultivate your awareness muscles, so you'll be more aware of your habits in your business and be able to use what's working for you and throw out what's not working for you. So please recognize that it is a muscle and it will strengthen over time, and it does require consistent practice. But you don't need to do hours a day. 5 minutes in the morning of the meditation where you focus on your breath, and then to apply that idea of focus into your work and to apply that into your thinking time and your CEO time, and to apply that in that cultivation of awareness of your habits in your work. So what I have for you now, we're coming to the end of the presentation, is if you'd like further help along the journey, I do have some extra resources for you. I have an e-guide and a workbook. It's the 5 keys to starting and finishing your dream project. And when you sign up right on my website, you'll see that there's a place to enter your name and your email. Click yes, and you'll get instant access after you verify that you indeed want to be a part of getting the free guide. You'll also get a free 10-minute meditation, and I designed it specifically for business and for business clarity. So that's a 10-minute meditation. I also have for you in the resource section of that e-guide is an extra meditation e-guide and audio. So you can come sign up on my website at tovapayne.com. You get instant access. It's all free. It's my gift for you. And I wish you the best in your business. I wish you the best in all of your endeavors. And I truly believe that this, process of integrating soulfulness with strategy is really the secret to business success. All right. I wish you an amazing day, and I really hope to hear from you. You can write me. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to have you join my inner circle when you sign up for your free guide. All right, have a wonderful day.